Hello guys, and welcome to the last video of the first lesson of this course, which is going to be about team standards and how team standards can be embedded in the 4 disciplines of execution and 5 dysfunctions of team, which were the things that we just talked about in the previous videos. So team standards, what are the team standards? Team standards are the methodology that we in ICA have developed to manage and sustain high-performing teams. It's basically a set of standards that we are promising to deliver to each and every single member of ISEC. In one of my sessions, I used this example of pizza to explain the importance of standards. So imagine yourself going to Naples, in like one of the best pizzerias that there are, and you go in the pizzeria, for example, in Sorbillo, no? You go in Sorbillo, you order a pizza, you order margherita con bufala, and they bring you a plate which is full of some just bread and ketchup and mayonnaise on it. How would you feel about it? Well, you would feel bad because you expected something. You have had certain expectations of like what is going to be that pizza experience is going to be about. The same thing with members. We promise them something. We promise them that they're going to develop themselves, that they're going to learn, that they're going to have challenging experience, challenging tasks. And then they enter the organization and they're expecting that they're going to get so. So for us to deliver them, we have team standards, but it's not, and the team standards itself are divided in these 3 phases. So we have 3 phases of the team that we are managing, which are the building, performing, and closing. And inside each of those phases, we have different set of standards that we need to act upon. So for example, starting with building, what we need to ensure is that everybody in the team has the proper introduction, meaning that they get to know the team, they get to know each other, they bond, and they get induction to the function/area so that they know what are they supposed to do. Then we have the second standard, which is plan, meaning that everybody in the team needs to know what are you aiming for, needs to know what is the objective and what is the goal that you're striving to achieve. That's also connected with the co-creation of team purpose, expectations, strategies, budgets, JD, deadlines. Then, last but not least, in the building, we need to make sure that everybody in the team has the personal goals, so individual goals and action plans, personal goals for development and for the contribution to the organization. And this is about the building. Then we have the second set of standards, which is like for the phase of performing, which is where we need to ensure that we have regular team meetings, regular one-to-ones, and we have team days. Why is these things important? Because it's important that we are following up with what we have planned in the building phase. And then in the end, we have closing, which is highlighted by the report, transition, and debriefing. Then those are the standards that we promise to deliver in every experience, because by delivering those standards, we are actually delivering high quality experience for members, and we are delivering our promise. Moving on, to deliver those standards is not only about crossing them off the checklist, but it's actually making sure that every standard is delivered in the highest possible quality. And that's why we are combining 5 dysfunctions of team with the team standard. So it's like how to execute, and it's about how to create a strong team, and then embedding with the methodology of team standards. So we have already been talking about 5 dysfunctions of a team, which is like overcoming absence of trust, fear of conflict, lack of commitment, ensuring accountability, and attention to results. So building teams that are accountable, that are willing to achieve, that are committed, that are openly discussing things, and that are trusting each other. So we embed those things within the framework of team standards. For example, in the building phase, first discipline of 4DX tells us that we need to focus on the wildly important goal. We need to have wildly important goal, and this is essential for planning. And then it's also essential that we have clear set of goals and objectives, lead and lag measures that we are going to have in order to achieve the goal of the team, and then ensure the execution. But also in the building phase, it's very important to create discussions environment, create an environment which team is openly saying what they think, what they want to achieve, what they want to strive for. If somebody doesn't agree, that you are having them to openly discuss it so they can actually buy in, which is something that is very essential for overcoming the dysfunctions, if you remember. Still in the building phase, it's also important to set the environment which team members can trust, where they can trust each other, and they can have spaces where they are feeling vulnerable, feeling open, and building trust in themselves, in their teammates, and in the team itself. Moving to the performing stage, here is a lot about four disciplines of execution. So there are three disciplines that are directly involved in the performing phase, and these are the discipline 2, 3, and 4. It's like having a clear set of measures that you're acting upon, having a scoreboard, so regularly checking how the team is going, and making sure that you have the cadence of accountability. Cadence of accountability meaning have regular team meetings and regular one-to-ones, that you are actually making sure that you're having commitments of each individual in each meeting, that you're following up on that. But still in the performing, also it's about 5 dysfunctions, because avoiding regular touch points generates lack of discussion, which leads to artificial harmony. And then low expectations with the team can also lead to lack of commitment and ambiguity in the role, to the fact that nobody knows and nobody checks if the team is successful or not. Last but not least, in the performing, it's very important to have team days, because those kind of environments are actually facilitating trust, facilitating relevance of having spaces to facilitate the team bonding and team creation, so the team can execute. So never underestimate team days. Plan them, push them for your teams to be better. Seek for external help. Seek for someone that can help you in organizing those team spaces, etc., etc., etc. And then last but not least, going into the last phase, which is closing. Here, it's a lot about cadence of accountability. So having constant communication, constant reporting system that is going to help you to always be on track on the output, and then have the solid thing that you can pass to the next generation. So that's it. I really hope you can get some insights on how do you take the team standards and you apply for the XM5 dysfunctions in it. I hope this lesson was very useful. Now you can go and take the test. And yes, thank you so much.